We're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl Siren on the Siren Speak show. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. How are you? I hope you guys are having a blessed and gracious evening this evening. Okay. Oh, child. I just got a notification to say, guess what, y'all? Siren is live. So yes, you guys, tonight we are going to be talking about becoming wealth, okay, and how to manifest a wealthy reality, because a lot of you message me a lot, and in our consultations, the main concern seems to be about your finances and or your financial status, okay? A lot of us want to be wealthy. A lot of us want to, have it, whatever it may be. We want to definitely make sure that we have it. So I personally feel like there are some things that we need to understand about life, okay, in order for you to be wealthy. Now, these are just some things about ourselves. We need to learn ourselves. We need to understand ourselves, okay? The need to be wealthy means you have a clear understanding of yourself, and two, that you trust yourself, okay? When you become wealthy, will you do crazy things like buy fancy clothes, cars, like nothing of value, no assets, things of that nature? Do you feel like energetically you will be prepared to make very smart financial decisions if you were to come into, a good point, okay? You can tell what you will do with that by paying attention to what you do with your finances today. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to expand those finances to the next level? Are you ready to take whatever it is that you bring in now and multiply it by like 100? Okay. Or let's just say, just to be a little, let's say by 50. Okay. Let's just take it easy on ourselves, right? Let's say multiply what it is that you have, okay, that you make right now every year by 50, and look at that total dollar amount and see if it is something that you feel you will make some great financial decisions with. If you had that type of money, what would you do? And this is something I feel like we really need to take the time to do. We really need to take the time to plan, okay? We need to take the time to educate ourselves financially. We need to take the time to put a little respect on our coin and not keep, sending it out as soon as it come in, especially if we're sending it out to places or, or spending it on things that we have no business spending it on, okay? Hey, y'all. Hey, Maggie in the building. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Crystal. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hello. Hold up, y'all. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Let Siren jump on up in it. In it. Y'all don't forget to give this video a big old fat thumbs up as you enter the building. Let me see if I can pull up the chat just so I can see, because honey, listen, Siren be trying real hard to view everything that, that comes up. So we're talking about finances, okay? Now we're gonna move from finances into the zodiac and how understanding your sun sign and moon, but today we're going to be talking about the sun sign, how understanding how your sun sign affects your finances. I think a lot of us don't take time to understand that, okay? And this is what I'm finding to be quite troubling in life with people, why we have to work a job, okay, as opposed to being entrepreneurs. And even if we are entrepreneurs, why we are not seeing the results, okay, that we are expecting as an entrepreneur. So with that being said, this is why I say we need to understand ourselves. We need to really get to know the root of who we are. It's kind of like getting a car and not really understanding how to work it, not really understanding, like all of the wheels and bells and whistles that it has. You know what I'm saying? And just getting in it and driving it and not knowing, oh, I didn't know I could do this. I had a vehicle one time and I didn't know for at least 2.5 years that the steering wheel warms up. I didn't know that for y'all. I was driving in winter like this and don't want to touch the steering wheel because it's too cold. And I realized after 2 years of having the vehicle that the steering wheel actually warms up. Okay. So it's kind of like that's how it is in life. We're living and we're making money, but because we don't understand the make of who we are, we don't know how to make money. And when I say that, it's because honestly, when it comes to your zodiac, you guys, do you know that according to your zodiac, there are specific careers that you should be in? Okay. Specific careers, ones that you may excel in a lot more than the typical. Okay, so understanding what careers are best for your zodiac or what financial revenues or income is best for your zodiac is very critical. As I went over this and as I understood it and learned it and stuff, I found it to be very valuable, you guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. I found it to be very valuable. And not only are these careers great for you to make the most money, but they're also great because they tend to be an area that provides a lot of warmth. Okay, for us, something that we tend to be very comfortable with, something that makes us happy so we don't feel like it's a job. It's just that thing we do, something that we're very good at, something that makes us feel good, and we make a little coin while doing it, easy squeezy. Okay. So let's go over some of the zodiac, you guys. All right. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go over the position or the job or the career that is best for your zodiac. Now, listen, this is just a small breakdown. Okay, don't be like, Sarah, well, what about? Listen, this is just a small breakdown, but this breakdown, I've broken it down to something that's very organic. Okay, so it's not like very weird careers. It's very general careers that'll be great according to the zodiac. All right, so following this, you guys, may, for those of you who it resonates with, may help you to say, well, maybe I could make a little coin by doing something that I love. That is the hardest thing I find for a lot of people to do. You guys, I have worked with, when I went over like my register, you guys, with all of the consultations that I have done over 2,500 consultations, y'all. That is crazy. I'm like, what? And what I've noticed, a lot of the common conversations revolves around finances. Everybody wants more money. And when it comes to being financially stable, one, when you're working under your true energy, it is about doing what you love, doing something that you're really good at and doing something that you're going to be dedicated to. You're going to be happy doing that, whether you make money from it or not. This is the bonus. Your check or whatever you make is the bonus. Okay. So let's tap into some of the zodiac and let's go over that really quick. And then we'll talk about some other things that we can do to make a little coin, you guys. And we're going to go over just a little bit of numerology. Okay. So let's start off with Aries. Of course, Aries is the leader. Okay. So for those of us who are Aries, we're going to go run through it really quick. Okay. A lion tamer. Aries, y'all craziest. Okay. I really do feel like that is great for y'all. But Aries are good at a lion tamer. Now listen. If you are a Capricorn, do not apply for the lion tamer job. Capricorns, y'all a little slow. Taurus, you too. Taurus, you too damn loyal. And you gonna think that lion gonna be loyal to you like you loyal to it. Taurus, you're gonna go in there and get your whole left side chewed off. Do not apply for the lion tamer's job if you are an earth sign. You're too damn slow. That lion come around and snap, you still gonna be sitting there, earth signs. Okay, hello? Earth signs, hello? Do not apply for the lion tamer's position. Okay, even if you love animals, do not apply for it. All right, so we're talking about careers based upon your zodiac so that you guys aren't out here working all willy-nilly, wondering why you check the check. Get in your right field, get in your right frequency. I'm putting you in the lane that is best for you according to your zodiac. Okay, Aries, okay, lion tamer, firefighter, an ambulance driver, a demolition expert. That's good for Aries. Okay, y'all love to tell. Okay. A demolition expert, a professional athlete, a surgeon, a first aid responder, a police officer, a soldier. That Aries should be the ones in the military, okay? And a captain, a ship's captain. Like Aries, you're not supposed to be on the ship, like, just you're supposed to be the captain of the ship, okay? You're best at the captain of the ship. If you're playing any other role on the ship, you're in the wrong spot, okay? So soldiers, I think all Aries should be in the militaries. I feel like if you're born Aries, you should be in the military. Or you should be a security guard officer, a police officer, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere where you're fighting for the rights or you're defending, okay? That would be great. All right, Taurus. Bankers, Taurus, you should be bankers or working with people's finances, which is something that is great for you. Stock market, okay, working in the stock market. Construction, now that one I don't know about, Taurus, okay. A construction worker, like working in construction, maybe not a construction worker, but maybe building. I could see Taurus like in the construction site, making sure everything, you know what I'm saying, gets put up right, because Taurus is very dedicated to a job well done, okay. A singer, get it, Taurus. A gardener, a restaurant owner, not a restaurant worker, not a chef, not a waitress. Okay, maybe you can start out there, but then where your success will come from is owning your own restaurant. Okay. What this says? A wine producer. Y'all, please excuse me. A wine producer? What the hell, Taurus? Taurus can become rather addictive rather easily. I don't know about Taurus and wine. Okay. I'm gonna hope that I wouldn't think that says what that says, a wine producer, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. I don't know about y'all in the wine, okay? Ain't gonna lie. Taurus love all things good, and if Taurus love it, they gonna want more and more and more of it. Honey, Taurus gonna be in rehab. Listen, Taurus, I don't want you getting high on your own supply with that wine producer. I don't agree with that one. I'm sorry. Okay. A musician and an interior designer. Okay. Now, Taurus, you do tend to have a lot of style because you're run by Venus. Okay. You're ruled by Venus, and you guys tend to have a lot of class, a lot of style. Y'all like to, y'all be looking good, Taurus. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to find a Taurus that's ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like Taurus, even when they on their low, like Taurus look good. That's one thing people don't like about Taurus, because Taurus can have a penny in the bank, child, but you will never know. Taurus make a penny look good all the time. Taurus always look like they got it all together, and they can have nothing at all. And people tend to envy Taurus because Venus spoils Taurus. Venus is going to give Taurus whatever Taurus need and or want, and it's always going to be some good stuff. Okay, Taurus is always going to have things that people be like, I don't get it, Taurus. How you like if me and Taurus work together and we both work at Chick-fil-A making $10 an hour, why Taurus driving a Benz? You know what I'm saying? It's that type of, and Taurus going to be driving a Benz, a Beamer. Taurus is going to have like property. Taurus is going to, you'll be like, hold up, how did Taurus get, how you doing it? Listen, I once dated this guy years ago, right? And I'm a typical, Taurus energy. And this guy used to think I was a stripper because he's like, I don't get it. Like he said, you always at the mall. And I don't understand where you getting this money from. Either you got another dude or, but he and I were always together. That was me living in that Taurus energy right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, it just come easy. Like most stuff people have to work for, Taurus get it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Taurus can take things for granted because it comes so easy. A lot of people will wonder, how did Taurus do it? How did you do it? How did you do it? But it comes so easy to Taurus. Nice stuff. Like somebody else would get the regular stuff, but Taurus would get the bougie stuff. So Taurus is kind of like that spoiled child. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand it. All right. Hey, Maggie, you say wine producer. Hey. Taurus gonna be up in there like, hold up. Mm-hmm. This one good. Put it on the line here. Next. Hold up. Mm-hmm. This one good. Put it on. Taurus, listen up here. I had doing that taste test all day. Okay, get off the clock. Doing a taste test. All right. Next up, Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Now, see, y'all be in y'all head a little too much. Y'all up in here. Okay. You guys are the Inspector Gadget. Where's my thing at? Let me see if I got it up in here, y'all. That's Aquarius. I don't think I have it up in here. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. Right. You always got to put out my Aquarius. This is y'all all day. If your job does not consist of this, you in the wrong job, Aquarius. You're in the wrong career if you don't have one of these. If this is not your work gear right here, you're in the wrong career. Okay, that's Aquarius right there. All right. Aquarius, you guys, scientist. Okay, a politician. That's good for y'all. A professor. Okay, a computer programmer, an engineer, a social media professional, like an influencer, or maybe doing a podcast or content creator or something else, or maybe you could be a social media manager, anything with social media. An air traffic controller. Now, see, I love that for Aquarius. Now, I wouldn't mind an Aquarius being an air traffic controller, especially when I'm on a flight. Okay. Because Aquarius can pay attention and they can see far ahead. One thing about Aquarius, they can see what's coming before it get there. So I would love for them to be an air. Y'all please apply for them jobs. Say Siren is your reference, okay? Put me down as a reference. Y'all gonna get them jobs. I'm telling you now, okay? Aquarius, I don't want nobody saying I ain't making no money in 2026. When I'm telling you, Aquarius, go get them air traffic controller jobs, okay? An astrologer as well, an alternative therapist. Now, see, y'all, when we say alternative therapy, hold on, I'm getting a whole bunch of things on my phone. When we say alternative therapy, you guys, that is some special therapy right there. See, Aquarius can deal with people on a level that most can't. Aquarius is somebody that you could tell things that most people won't. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cheating on your husband with his brother, you can go tell Aquarius that, right? Aquarius gonna be, oh, what? Girl, what made you do that? Well, it makes sense then. Aquarius gonna understand that. Aquarius gonna be like, I get it. Everybody else would be like, oh no, you won't even feel comfortable telling them that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, an alternative therapist like that, where you can tell them anything. An inventor or entrepreneur. Aquarius, you're very good at working on your own because you tend to have a lot of ideas. You can come off as a threat to people that you work with or work for. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are so futuristic. You will get bored in a regular job quick. So you got to really stay on to what's coming, what's to come. That's how you guys are. And companies are kind of like, what's today? What's popping now? You know what I'm saying? So Aquarius is good for you guys to kind of jump into some sort of career that you can work for yourself, some sort of business that you can create for yourself. It can start off as a hobby and then you turn it into a coin. Okay. All right. So we have Pisces coming up next. Okay. Pisces, for you guys, an artist. And I think that is very good because Pisces, y'all love to escape reality. So drawing and anything where you can be creative and you can, bring things to the forefront. You guys, Pisces, you guys are very good in the dark. Okay. So y'all stay in that creative energy. You guys stay in that energy of darkness. So you need to be able to use that to make a good coin, honey. Come up with some art pieces and things of that nature, child, whatever it may be, whether it is, whether it is, drawing things or, creating things or whatever, or making things, whatever it could be. You guys are also good at charity fundraisers. Pisces, y'all could pull a coin out of nowhere, okay? One thing about it, I told y'all know how to dig in that darkness and y'all know how to pull it out and bring it into the present. Work that energy right there, okay? Maybe starting or having a 501c3 would be great for you. You guys are good at being a chemist. Now, see, I don't know about the chemists, Pisces. Because, see, y'all, the thing about Pisces is that y'all go to a place that nobody don't go. Y'all go to a place where nothing makes sense and everything makes sense at the same time. Y'all go to a place where there's something and then there's nothing. That's where y'all comfortable. For regular folk, it's either something or nothing. Which one? And we got to make it make sense. But Pisces, y'all know how to get in that space where it's just a flow of energy and you can take and you can make it into a ball of whatever you want. So with it being a chemist, Pisces, I don't trust that y'all won't blow us up. Y'all are going that darkness and y'all see Pisces, y'all be in y'all head. And like I said, y'all will probably think, oh, this is fine. And next thing you know, boom. Pisces, I don't know about being a chemist, okay? I don't know if I trust y'all to put things together like that. I don't know about that part right there. I don't trust that, Pisces. So please do not put Siren down as a referral if you are applying for a job as a chemist. I will give them all of the worst things ever said about you, okay? I'm telling you now, Pisces, do not put me down as a referral because you ain't getting that job if it depends on me, okay? Next up, you can be an actor, a dancer, anything that allows y'all to be creative, Pisces, because y'all good in that dark energy, I'm telling you, okay? A nurse. What I say about the nurse part, Pisces, is that if somebody die, you can bring them back. Listen, you want a Pisces nurse, okay? Or you want a Pisces, the ambulance, what you call them? Y'all know, EMT. Yes, you want a Pisces. Because if ever you, boom, 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 Pisces gonna bring you back. I'm telling you, your flatline Pisces can go in the dark, in the depth, and bring you back. So you want a Pisces. So when you go to the hospital, you guys, I'm telling y'all now, if ever you need to go to the emergency room, if ever you need a surgery, you need to request a Pisces nurse to be on call or on the floor with you or in the room. What is your sign? Get out of here. What's your sign? Pisces. All right, stay. Come on, right next to me. Right here. Right here. That's what y'all need to do. I'm telling you now. Okay. So yes, Pisces. Okay, nurse. You guys can also be a psychologist. You guys can be a swimmer, okay, or a podiatrist. You know, Pisces, y'all can also do some feet, you know, pedicure with you on full set, pedicure. Pisces, I'm telling you now, y'all can open your own thing. Y'all can put me Swan out of business, I'm telling you now. Y'all can make some shoes. Y'all can design shoes, you know, things of that nature because y'all good with the feet. I remember years ago, this young lady who I worked with, well, not worked with, but I did a consultation for her. And she told me she read toes. Like she can read you, look at your toes and tell you your whole damn life. I said, listen, she said she could read your toes. So I thought that was the funniest thing, but I'm like, oh my God, you know, she must be a Pisces. All right. So that's it for y'all, Pisces. Gemini. All right, Gemini. Advertising. Okay, now Gemini, I don't know about advertising for y'all because Gemini, y'all two-faced. Okay, y'all know, everybody knows the sign for Gemini is the two faces, the smiling one and then the sad one. Okay, Gemini with advertising, y'all might be like, yes, this is the best thing ever, but then y'all might go against the company and then say y'all don't buy this because it's garbage, it's trash. I don't know if I would hire a Gemini to do advertising for me, but it says advertising and marketing would be great for you guys. A writer, a teacher, a translator, a gymnast, okay, a computer programmer, an engineer, a DJ, a juggler. I thought that was so funny. Or a librarian, a juggler. That is good for a Gemini. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. Cancer, nurse. Okay, a nursery school teacher, a public service administrator, a relationship counselor, an insurance broker, a gardener, a midwife, a museum worker, a chef, or a security guard. I don't know about Cancer as a security guard because Cancers are very emotional. So if Cancer is having a bad day, bang, bang, oh Lord Jesus, I don't know about a Cancer as a security guard because I'm telling you now, you look around and still out of Walmart when a Cancer is on call. Child, they done had a bad day that day. Oh, Lord Jesus, honey. They'll clip you first, make you fall. You've been fell and knocked all your teeth out, child. They gonna elbow you while they picking you up. I don't know about a Cancer as a security guard, but it says that, you know, you guys would be great as a security guard. So either you will be emotionally in a good way or emotional in a crazy way and been to tow somebody up. By the time they get to the dang on jailhouse, they be chewed up, you know. But shout out to y'all, Cancer, but just don't put Siren down as a reference. If you're trying to apply for a security guard, I'm going to protect these people at all costs. Cancer, I do not think emotionally you guys are stable enough to be a security guard to protect anybody because they will have to be protected from you, Cancer, okay? So yes, everything else put me down, but if you're applying for a security guard job, I will not be giving you a positive reference, okay? Leo, what's good for you? Actor. Okay, y'all know Leo is the star, honey. Influencer, okay, a fashion designer, a circus ringmaster. That's too funny. A cruise ship entertainer, an opera singer, comedian, a parking lot attendant. I don't know about about that one. Cardiologist or jury designer. Now, I don't know about the parking lot attendant, Leo. Don't put me down for that. If you guys apply for a parking lot attendant job, Leo, I do not think that is the right position for you guys. Y'all love attention. Y'all love for everything to be on you. So I can just see you probably vlogging or the camera. You probably over there taking pictures. Don't care about nobody's car. People been unvalidated their car, done left the car waiting. Y'all don't know where the keys at. Leo, y'all probably somewhere just in the mirror. Oh, I got to go fix my hair. Wait, let me fix my hair. You know, I just don't know about Leo being able to stay focused and pay attention to the people cars. People come back looking for their cars. Leo not going to know where they at. Leo going to be like, that's your damn car. What they got to do with me? I don't understand. Why you asking? I don't know about that, Leo. Okay, that's the only one I'm saying. Don't put me down as a reference for, because I would not give you a great reference if you are trying to apply for that job right there. I don't think y'all pay attention to nobody, nothing, Leo, because it has always got to be about y'all. Always about y'all. I don't see y'all parking nobody car, like nobody. Okay, I feel like if y'all have to park people cars, y'all would want the people to tip y'all. Y'all will be sitting up there really like, okay, tip me and take my car and do this for me. Like Leo, I don't see y'all catering to people like that. It has always got to be about you. So yeah, don't put me down for that one, okay? Now I'm telling y'all about these good jobs y'all can get. Y'all right here talking about we need some money, Siren. I'm telling y'all, these are the careers that you can apply for. Get in your lane, all right? Virgo, okay, Virgo. Virgo are my perfectionists out here. It says a computer engineer, Virgo, a laboratory assistant, a nutritionist. I love that for y'all, okay? I would recommend y'all do that right there. A life coach. I don't know about the life coach part. Don't put me down for that one, okay, Virgo? I'm sorry. I love y'all, and you guys are perfectionists, but you guys tend to work on everybody but y'all self, which means y'all tend to have a little more issues than is necessary, Virgo. I ain't gonna lie. We love y'all. We love y'all, and y'all do everything right. But when it comes to y'all be a little off the chain, Virgo, for me. So I don't know if I would trust you with a life coaching and for you to guide me and teach me anything and tell me how to do anything, Virgo, until you do it yourself, okay? You're going to have to life coach me by example by doing it yourself. And I just don't trust that y'all putting the energy into y'all self like that to guide anybody. You will lead people off the cliff, I'm pretty sure. Virgo, I love y'all, but that's just really what it is, okay? Don't put me down as a reference if you are applying for a life coach position, Virgo. I'm telling you now. All right. Air traffic controller. Okay. A journalist would be perfect for y'all. A veterinarian. I love it. Virgo, y'all. Now, see, you put me down. Put me down in big, all caps for that one, because I'm going to get you that job right there. Veterinarian, that's you. Okay. An accountant. I don't know about that, Virgo. Virgo, I don't know about the accountant part. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Don't put me down for that one either, Virgo. I'm sorry. I know I only do one, but if this one is going to be two, Virgo, I don't trust y'all with a coin. I do not trust that you guys know what to do with a coin, Virgo. Y'all tend to, push it to the limit. And I don't want to be living in the fast lane with every dime I got listening to Virgo. Okay. So yeah, I don't know about the accountant. I'm telling you now, don't put me down for that one. Don't think Siren don't love you, or don't think this is hate, no shade, none of that, y'all. Just don't put me down for that one. I'm telling you now. Okay. But you can be a restaurant critic. Got you. Okay, you can be a restaurant critic. Okay, y'all can critique the hell out of everybody, even though y'all be big time. Okay, but y'all ain't gonna recognize what y'all do, but y'all will repeat the scene on everything everybody else do. You guys are good like watchers, okay, but you guys are not that good of doers, right? But I love y'all, Virgo. All right, Libra, human resources. I'm gonna come back to that one. Okay, a relationship counselor, a web designer, a makeup artist, a fashion designer, public relations consultant, a hairstylist, art dealer, a wedding planner. That's y'all right there. And a lawyer and a wedding planner. Put me down as a reference all day, all day. Now, human resources, Libra. Don't put Siren down for that one, baby. You ain't gonna get that job, Libra. I would never, ever, ever, ever in my long-legged life refer you as a human resources consultant, representative, nothing. You guys are the worst when it comes to human resources. When that scale does this, Libra, y'all will everybody up, okay? Y'all don't care about too many people when that scale like this. Now, see, long as that scale is balanced, Libra is the shizznickles. But when that scale do this right here, there's no human resources, okay? Y'all gonna have human remains, okay, is what y'all gonna be having up in that office. And I don't trust y'all, Libra, to be dealing with the humans like that when that scale is like this. I'm sorry, Libra, I love y'all, okay? I do, I promise you I do. But honey, dealing with the public and dealing with people is not your thing when that scale is not in balance. Y'all will tear some stuff up when that scale is not balanced. So I don't know about human resources, Libra. I don't think y'all stable enough for no dang on human resources to be dealing with the public or to be dealing with anybody, okay, in that type of way when you guys are not in the right frequency. I don't trust that one, okay? The relationship counselor, I don't know. Y'all might be good at people who went through a divorce, okay? When that scale like this, y'all could deal with people who went through a divorce, you know, but I don't know about saving a marriage. I don't know about that one. So yeah, don't put me down for relationship counselor nor human resources, okay? All right, let's see what else we got. Who else we got? We almost done. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Tyler, can you bring me a napkin? They got me over here sweating. Okay, everybody submitting resumes, okay? Y'all make sure y'all resume look real pretty. All right. Don't be put me on a little raggedy resume, y'all, because I'm telling you now, I'm gonna deny it. Bring me a napkin, baby, please. Thank you so much. All right, Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, you know, you guys are very like good with dealing with secrets, what's hidden, death, you know, the things like that. So all right, I'm trying to sweat. All right, so let's see. Scorpio, you guys are good at negotiators. You guys are more Inspector Gadget than Aquarius, okay? Scorpio, y'all will find out. Y'all will get to the bottom of something. I don't know why y'all ain't making a coin at doing that, okay? But yeah, a negotiator. You guys can really get people to do some things, okay? A crime scene investigator. You guys deal a lot with death, Scorpio, okay? A detective. Okay, it says here a tax consultant because Scorpio also deals with taxes. Okay, money owed to other people, you know, things of that nature, lawsuits, inheritances, winning the lottery, stuff like that, winning a or getting like an insurance check. Those type of payments or those type of finances come from the energy of Scorpio. Okay, which is why those type of income, you know, typically are not supposed to be included in your income, but you know, they found a way to do that. But yes, so a tax consultant is great for Scorpio, I'm telling you, right? Police officer, a funeral director, a researcher, a psychologist. What in the world? This thing look like it says, I don't know what that is, okay? A preacher, an investment banker. Now, I would love to have a Scorpio as an investment banker because they're going to tell you the secrets. Scorpio is all about secrets, okay, as well. Scorpio governs secrets. So, you know, they're going to be able to tell you what all moves you can make before, you know, so you can make your biggest bank. So that would be great for Scorpio. Now, the only one that I would say, you guys, for Scorpio is a police officer. Don't put me down as a reference for that one. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I love y'all, but do not put me down as a reference if you are applying for a police officer position, because one thing about Scorpio know how to kill people and get away with it. I ain't gonna lie. Scorpio are one, I'm telling you, they are the best at it, okay? They are the best at being serial schmillers, okay? So with a Scorpio having a badge and access to, you know, pew, pew, bang, bang, honey, I don't know. As a child, you know, Scorpio is petty. They do not forget nothing you did to them ever. They always gonna get their lick back. So anytime you got a Scorpio who becomes a police officer, please somebody put all of their past enemies in witness protection, because Scorpio has a badge now. Okay, so they can legally come back and get their lick back. All right, Scorpio will, you know what I'm saying, real quick up in the gas station or something. I don't know about Scorpio being a police officer because I know they're very petty. They love to get their lick back, and I don't trust that, you know, Scorpios will know how to handle that weapon and that badge, right? So Scorpio, do not put me down. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna let them know, run far away from that application. Do not give Scorpio that job right there. No, for the police officer, I'm telling you now, do not put me down. All right. Capricorn. Okay, let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, you guys are great for politicians or becoming the president of, whatever, the president of the country, the president of a company. You guys are great in those positions right there. So don't be applying for the warehouse worker or don't be applying for the customer service rep and stuff. Y'all need to apply for higher levels, the president of something like a very high prestige position within an organization if that's what you're going to do, or just start your own. Okay. An accountant is good for Capricorn. Capricorn will probably be the slowest tax preparer ever. I don't know about an accountant when it comes to Capricorn. Capricorn, y'all move a little too slow for me. I see taxes. Everybody have late penalties and stuff like that dealing with a dang on Capricorn. I cannot see y'all as doing my taxes or an accountant. I can see y'all getting back to people way late. They probably ask you a question about their finances. Well, should I invest in this? By the time Capricorn respond back, that opportunity been passed way by. So I don't know about the accounting part when it comes to Capricorn. All right. A legal secretary, a real estate agent would be great. I think that is a super job for Capricorn. A mortgage advisor, perfect. Okay. A lecturer, some sort of entrepreneur, a business analyst, and an architect. Those are all good for Capricorn, you guys. It's just that accountant. I just don't know about, when I have a question about my coin, Capricorn, I need you to, I need you to be on it. And Capricorn is very delayed. They have a very delayed response when it comes to getting, now they're very good at what they do, but they're just not rushers. They're not like, they're not on it like that. They tend to want to, let me research that. They got to pull out this and they got to, go over and they looking up this and listen, Capricorn, yes or no? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. Okay. So yeah, do not put me down for the accountant, but everything else, I got you, Capricorn. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what's good for you? Travel agent. Perfect. I think that's the only job y'all should apply for. A travel agent, a salesperson, a sports coach, an entrepreneur of some sort, a teacher, a theologian, overseas aid worker, perfect, a spiritual guru, perfect, a politician, I don't know about that one. Okay, and some sort of explorer would be great for you guys. Now, I don't know about the politician as far as Sagittarius is concerned, because Sagittarius, you guys cannot seem to keep them legs closed long enough to politic anything, okay? I can see Sagittarius laying up with any and everybody to get to the highest of the politician position. So I don't know about Sagittarius being in the politics, okay? Sagittarius will sleep with anybody and check off on any new vote and any new law, all because they was able to hit them up, bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is sleep with Sagittarius and they're going to approve. Yes, approve. Yes, they're going to put all type of approve for medians to be in the middle of parks and stuff. Listen, Sagittarius, I just don't trust that you guys are reliable enough, okay? Emotionally, physically. I think you guys are too, sexual. You know what I'm saying? To be a politician, honey, there would be all type of scandals around y'all as a politician. I'm talking, I got pros, okay? In different area codes, in different countries, in different planets, okay? In different dimensions. I don't trust that. So do not put me down as a reference, you guys, when it comes to the politician position, Sagittarius. Y'all ain't ready for that, okay? Y'all really not about that life, all right? All right, so we went over all of the zodiacs. I hope we did. I think we went over everybody. Okay, Taurus, Gemini, yes, we went over everybody, you guys. So let's talk more about finances as we know them, okay, you guys, when it comes to finances, really learning how to, let's say, invest in yourself, okay? Now, the first thing you want to do is get to know you, get to know all about you. Who are you, you guys? Are you the millionaire that you seek to become? Are you the financially stable person? What's more important to you? Is it becoming a millionaire or becoming financially stable and secure? What is more important to you? Okay, you want to ask yourself those type of questions. How will you make your money? Do you know? Are you just saying, I want more money and you don't know how? How will you make your money? How will you spend your money? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. These are things that you really need to take the time to say, how will you spend your money? If you had this money, how will you spend it? Do you have any plans for it? What will you do with it? Okay. Do you know of any talents or skills that you have that you're not using that you can use to make money? What talents and skills are you sitting on? I keep telling you guys are so talented. You have so many different skills. These are different opportunities for you to put out there to make a nice little coin. Okay, regardless of whatever it is, if you somebody who got to give for gab, you know what I'm saying, make it into, I heard the other day that they have people who just sit up on the internet and read books, and they make money because people come on there and just listen to them read books. Okay, and I was like, oh, I see a new coin coming in 2026, honey, because Siren will give you a good old book read, honey. That's one thing I can do is read a book, baby. I know how to be all in character for the men, the women, anybody in that book, honey. I know how to get in character mode for it. So I was like, oh, that sounds like a nice little shiny coin for 2026, y'all. So y'all just stay in tune for you. Girl, Siren gonna be reading some books over here, okay, on the internet, getting a little coin, all right? So also, when it comes to travel, are you willing to travel? Are you willing to move to a different area, to a different energy? Okay. What is the energy like? When you look at your finances for the last, let's say 2 to 3 years, for wherever it is that you're living now, how have your finances been? If your finances have been going up and up and up, then you may want to consider, all right, cool, this is a great place I'm in. But if your finances have been going down, or just stable, like all over the place, then you may want to consider moving into an area that will be more supportive towards your financial goals. Okay. If you don't know how to do that, you already know, hit your girl up, go get you a consultation, and we'll discuss what energy you can be living in within 2026 that will be best for to support your financial goals. Okay. Other things you need to look into is when it comes to the past, okay, getting to know things about you, you guys, the more you know about yourself, I ain't gonna lie. So you may want to do like a ancestry, things. Look up your past, you guys. I think that information is very critical because it will let you know if there's any type of financial blockages in your bloodline. So researching your past, understanding your past. Sometimes you could just look at your mom, you can look at your siblings, your cousins, your family. Is anybody living out their dream in your family? Is anybody like really truly living out their dream? Do you have like 1, 2, 3 millionaires or multimillionaires in your family? Is everybody check to check? Is everybody not working? Is everybody on Section 8 or food stamps? Like really truly look at your family and see what it is that is consistent within the family, where you could say, well, you know what? I noticed this is, we all got a nice little job, but we all check to check, things of that nature. How can you break that family structure? Okay. What is it that you can do differently, right? To break that family structure so that you perhaps can be the first millionaire in the family or the next millionaire in the family. Okay. When it comes to your finances, okay, you also have to pay attention to your love life. Okay. Your love life is about who are you connected to. When you merge with somebody, it should be so that you can grow. Okay. If you get with somebody and you notice you guys are still like struggling and, you guys are still like on the same level that you were. And when you met him or when you met her, you was making 40,000. And now 8 years later, you making 43,000. You know what I'm saying? You even make it to 50 or 60 or nothing like that. You got to look at who it is that you're connected to. Okay. Who it is that you are binding with. Because that is a partner. That is the other half of your energy. And if it's not an energy that's supporting you, then you have a very big financial decision that you need to make. Okay. I mean, a life decision that you need to make in regards to your finances. All right. Your health, you guys, when it comes to your health, how are you eating? Y'all think that whatever you put in your body has nothing to do with your finances. It has everything to do with that, you guys. Whatever you're eating, the way you're eating, whatever you're putting in your body, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's, these people who are consuming these edibles and things, like they have damn edible cereal now. It's just edible everything. I'm like, oh my God. It just doesn't make any sense for people to be consuming those things. But what is it that you are consuming? What is your health like? What is your physical health like? Do you work out? Okay. Do you prioritize your health? All right. Do you prioritize what it is that you're eating? Are you eating according to your blood type? Do you know your damn blood type? Do you go get yourself checked out every year? Things of that nature. The more energy you're putting into yourself, the more financially successful you can be. These things that I'm telling you is so that you don't have to sell your soul, because it ain't nothing for you to go out there and sell your soul to these online companies or, to anybody out there in Hollywood and stuff like that. And you could be a millionaire tomorrow. But it's just the price that comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? That you'll have to pay. So the way that you can get to the millions without having to sell your soul is by staying on top of your frequency and being in alignment with these things right here, that the universe has no choice but to match your frequency, match your energy. Okay, so pay attention to your health, pay attention to what it is that you're eating, what it is that you're putting in your body, what it is that you're drinking, all of those things. Okay. I want to talk about partnerships, enemies, and things of that nature, but that's gonna be a lie by itself, okay? But we definitely need to pay attention to, when we say enemies, you guys, some of us, we're not understanding what an enemy is. We feel like an enemy is like a monster, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your biggest enemy can be yourself. Okay, it can be you lying to yourself, you disappointing yourself, staying in relationships beyond the expiration date, eating poorly, not getting up and working towards any goals, like not having any goals. I always say, whenever we look at enemy, don't look outside of yourself. There's an enemy within. If there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. So for as long as you have enemies on the outside, you have haters, you have, people who don't support you, people who just, hate on you and things of that nature, that means that there's something on the inside that they're mirroring back to you, and you have to get down to that. So when it comes to the enemies, you guys, how is it that you keep disappointing yourself? What is it that you promise yourself you would do that you haven't done? Okay. Are you putting forth 100% every day? Okay. Or are you just sitting around waiting on something to happen? Are you getting up like saying, okay, I know something is going to happen because I've done this. Or are you sitting around every day saying, well, I know, I just really feel it. I know something is coming. I know something is going to happen. Well, nothing is going to happen if you're not doing anything to make it happen. Okay. You got to make it happen. This next energy, we're talking about transformation. We're talking about the need to let go of the version of you that does not support trying to go. That version of you is parts of you or thought process, belief systems. I always tell you guys, one thing I used to believe back in the day was money was the root of all evil, but still and yet we get up and we go to work for it every day. We expect people to give it to us. We work with more money all day. Money hasn't done anything but pay your bills, keep a roof over your head, keep food in your stomach, keep clothes on your back. So how the hell is it the root of all evil? That is like, it doesn't make any sense if you're praying for more money. Oh God, if only I had more money. Oh God, if only I had more money. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, please, I want to be a millionaire, but still you believe money is the root of all evil. It just shows that your belief systems can be hindering you as well. What is it that you believe? What is it that you believe that is not serving you? Now you have to look inside of yourself and say, what ways about me does not serve or does not support this goal right here? Okay. For example, if you're trying to lose weight, but you're still eating unhealthy, you're still consuming a lot of soda, you're still eating late, you're not working out. How is it that we're expecting this major transformation when we're not taking any steps towards the goal? So what is it about you that you need to let go of? You are always rebuilding yourself. Always. You're supposed to be becoming a greater and higher version of yourself with every year, honestly, with every day. Okay. So this year, you got to look at some things that you may have brought from the previous year and say, okay, what do I need to let go of? What is it about me that I know is not working towards my goal? You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to make sure that you take the necessary steps to change that. Okay. Whatever that may be, change it. All right. Next, you guys, this one here calls more on your beliefs as far as your spiritual practice, your spiritual beliefs, your connection with God. You guys may or may not know, when it comes to Siren, I am not a religious person. I am not, I'm going to church on Sunday, or I'm going to Bible study and things of that nature. I have an immaculate relationship with God, okay? And I consider myself a more spiritual person as opposed to a religion person, because I'm not one to be confined or conform to one belief system or one way of connecting with God, or believing that the only way for me to get to God is through, someone else. I work on myself so that I can build a direct connection to God, and I can receive messages from God directly, which is all of us have the ability to do that. Now, granted, to support a system, because I used to tithe and things of that nature, to support okay, a belief system or a religious background, or go to church to hear the word every now and then. I don't mind doing it. I sat up in churches here and there, especially when there's a good sermon. One thing I can tell you, I love a ceremony or a good sermon where I can feel the Holy Ghost. I can feel that Holy Spirit when somebody get up there and they speak certain words, and it's just, you can't help but you just feel it, like regardless, you just like it just bring tears down your eyes. I love when I get that feeling, and sometimes I do get that feeling from a religious ceremony, okay, where a good preacher got the word, or I hear somebody sing, honey. I hear when that Holy Ghost come in and say them words, honey, and say, baby, God is trying to tell you something. I've known, to be able to connect with the good word. But you guys, what is your word? Is your word something that someone else placed on you, or is it your word? One thing about me as a mother, I never put religion on my children. I never say, oh, you got to read this and you got to read that. I've allowed my children to make their own decision in regards to whether they wanted to be a part of a specific religion, or if they wanted to live, a free life, be a free spirit. I've never forced religion on my children. So, I just felt like with me being open and me being a free spirit and being able to connect to God without the influence of someone else has been very, powerful for me. I feel very comfortable. I don't feel like there's one way to do it. Oh, you got to do this. You can't sleep this way. You can't go here. You can't dress like this. You can't wear makeup. You can't have your shoulders out. Honey, listen. God talk to me. I don't care if I'm but boongy. Okay, I can have a great conversation with the good Lord, right? I don't have to present myself in a specific way. The only way God asks me to approach and be seen is through authenticity, not coming through faking it or trying to be something I'm not. Authenticity has worked very well for me. So what works for you? Build a better connection with what you know as God, okay, what you believe as God. Build a great connection with that energy and allow it to be something authentic, not something that's created by society, not a belief system that is more of a societal belief, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this if you're not married, honey, or you shouldn't be, you got to cater to this, or you got to live that way, or you got to put the cloth on your lap, whatever it may be. Build your own connection. Now, you can also sustain your, spiritual connection or your religious connection. But what I'm saying is build your own connection as well. That way you have something that is very much so stable, something that is very grounded, and you can get grounded in by having your own personalized connection along with any other practice that you choose. Okay. So this will definitely help you when it comes to your finances, because, a lot of us, we were brought up to tithe, we're given to the church, but then you're like, pastor, I'm check the check, my light's about to get cut off, and pastor get mad at you because you can't tithe the way you used to. Next thing you know, they want to kick you out of the church. Now your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't afford to stay a part of something that you feel so strongly. It's like, oh my God, you shouldn't feel nervous about going to church. If you can't tithe this week, you got to sit in the back, because you don't want to, it shouldn't be an uncomfortable experience at all when you're connecting with the good Lord. Okay. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be embarrassing. It shouldn't be any of that. So that's why I say maintain whatever it is that you do, but try to build or focus on building a stronger, connection of your own as well. Okay. Next, you guys, and we're talking about all ways to build yourself so that you can have a stronger financial, secure lifestyle. This is how you become wealth. You become wealth by doing all of these things to make you the best version of you ever. Okay. So you have to handle every aspect of yourself. And that's what we're doing. We're going over every aspect of yourself so that you can know what you need to work on and not skip over anything. All right. The next, we have building a great relationship with your father, you guys. Whether you have your father figure alive, deceased, regardless of what it is, heal that. Okay. Regardless of what it is. Some of us can say we had a great father. Some of us not so great father. Some of us, whatever the situation is with the father wasn't alive. You don't know who your father is. Whatever the situation is, heal that, because that is the foundation of our stability and security. So whatever your relationship is like with your father, 90% of the time, that can determine why your finances the way they are. Okay. So some of us, like I've dealt with people who say, well, I had a great father. You know, my father was a part of my life. My father took care of me and my siblings. My father was married to my mother. You know, we always had everything that we need. Well, okay, that's the problem. This is why you paycheck to paycheck and why your income is not steady, because your father may have taken care of you, but your father was so busy working, paying the bills, making sure you had a place to stay. He didn't have enough time to come home and say, hey, Junior, let me holler at you. This is what goes on with girls. This is what you got to do to be a man. Your father didn't have the time to teach you how to, catch a football. He was so busy paying bills. You know, he was a great father in that aspect, but did you have a personal relationship with your father where you can say, okay, my father used to teach me this. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, even though the father can be active in the kid's life, it's how active are you? You were there, but you were not there. Okay, you were there working all the time, but you were never home, So it's like sometimes, even when the father is active and present in the life, it may not always equivalent to a successfully or financially stable life, okay, for the child. All right. So building a great relationship with your father or the father energy, healing any resentment, any regret, really dealing with that. Okay, that's very critical. Now you got the mother, but mainly when it comes to your finances, we're looking at the energy of the father. Okay, when it's the mother, it's more like love and relationships, but when it's the father, we're dealing with finances. Okay. Next up, who are you hanging around? Your friends? Are you involved with any organizations, you guys? What groups are you a part of? It is very critical for us to be a part of a group of some sort. Any chance that you get, it can be, I personally like to go and volunteer at places. I like to go and give back and things of that nature. I love to be a part of groups. I said this year I wanted to become more active and being, more into connecting with people and things of that nature, and being a part of groups and organizations that are doing things. You guys try to be a part of an organization. That way you have your life, and then you have something that you're doing that can cause the influence from others or a connection with others, which will take you out of your path. You're not just like this, that straight and arrow in your own zone and things of that nature. By connecting with the group or organization in some way, shape, or form, that will help you to expand, and it will give you experiences that you probably would not have triggered on your own, So when you're part of some sort of organization and you guys are out planning for a breast cancer walk, or, a 5K walk, or giving back to the local school, or giving back for Thanksgiving turkeys and Thanksgiving meals and Christmas things, whatever it is, you guys get out and become a part of some sort of organization. And shout out to those of you who have become a part of that with Spiritual Candies. Okay, you guys know each year we have a mission to give back to the communities. And for those of you who contribute towards that mission each year, you are putting yourself in a part of this organization. Most of you have been doing it for the last 5 years with me. So I appreciate that, your longevity and your support and your consistency and things of that nature. And, for those of you who are not doing it with Spiritual Candies, you can find some sort of organization within your local community or either online. Sometimes it doesn't have to be in communities. With the way the world is today, they do everything online. So you can build some type of maybe reading books or whatever it may be, you guys. Okay. But for y'all coming over here, this is the community. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to each and every one of you. But definitely connect with the right people, connect with the right organizations that can open doors for you, that can get you in places that you probably would not have been able to get into on your own. Okay. Lastly, you guys, okay. Healing, spirituality. Okay, we're not talking about religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs or anything. We're talking about actual spirituality. Taking care of yourself on a spiritual level, not just your physical body, but taking care of yourself on a spiritual level. Journaling, okay, getting out for nice walks, really giving yourself some time to, okay, really taking aside some time each day to cater towards your spiritual and your emotional needs. You can get out there, take long walks on the park. You guys have a picnic, getting out into nature, going to the beach, okay, to do like a nice little cleanse and recovery type of energy. Maybe having a nice brisk walk by a lake that's near you, having a seat and really just releasing your emotions. That's a great way where you can release a lot of dark, heavy energy. You want to go to like the lake or a river, okay, water that you can't really see through. because it handles a lot of those murky energies. So you want to take anything that's really too heavy and you want to go to that lake energy and you want to really release it. Okay. You guys, what else you can do? Spiritual baths, get you some counseling, you guys. Okay, counseling is very important. Shout out to those of you who stay on top of your consultations, and also shout out to those of you who get our monthly healing boxes. Okay, these boxes are the bomb. Okay, I've been getting so much feedback and so many testimonies from the usage of these boxes. Those of you who use the boxes, y'all know y'all just don't, y'all be too chill though. Y'all be like, who worrying about that? Who worrying about that? Child. Listen, y'all be like, Siren, I just be like, it's whatever, you know. But it really does help you to release a lot of energies that maybe in the past, if you look at yourself in the past, prior to doing the monthly boxes versus doing the monthly boxes, you guys, you will notice that you tend to be a little more woosah when it comes to dealing with things. You tend to be a little more optimistic towards, you know, your growth and things of that nature. You tend to be a little more Inspector Gadget when it comes to, you know, other people's energies and intentions and stuff. You pay more attention to things of that nature. So it really does open you up to a level of spiritual healing, okay, protection and cleansing, okay. So shout out to those of you who get our monthly boxes, you guys. And for those of you who message, say, hey, Siren, you know, if it's not on the site, these boxes tend to sell out before I list them. Okay, I just cannot ever get to a point where I will list the boxes and then, you know, they typically sell out prior to me even listing them. If I list it, I'll probably have like 2 or 3 that I will list, you guys, if that even make it to the site. But I'm trying to get to a point where I can put up more, but I don't want to, you know, go against the value of the box. This box is powerful as the oils, the body butters, the scrub, the body wash. You get all of that. And it's just a very next level energy, you guys. I don't think sometimes I really want God to come down and show people what their life would be like if they weren't using the boxes. Like seriously, y'all, these boxes are very powerful and very healing. And I don't want to compromise the integrity of the power of these boxes by having to make so many. Okay, so typically they sell like a month prior to. So right now, we are releasing the February boxes. I did release some of the mini boxes because when the full size box sell out, I do have some mini boxes, but unfortunately, all of those have sold out too. And like I say, I appreciate y'all so much for, you know, doing the work on yourself, because when you work on yourself with this energy right here, with your spirituality, you're helping the entire world. Okay. You're making the world a better place by sustaining a positive or sustaining a vibration, a highly vibrational frequency. Okay, honestly, you're like somebody who is out there passing out waters, and somebody who's, you know, out there sending clothes, you know, across country to people in need. By you working on your frequency, you are doing a big justice, okay, to this planet, as we know. And I may not thank you, people around you may not thank you, but I guarantee you, not only God, but Earth thanks you. Okay, Earth will come through and take away a lot of your problems, a lot of your issues, a lot of your worries, if anything, where you just like, I ain't worrying about nothing. You know, you might not be as stressed as you used to be. You know, you may be thinking about something here and there, but you're just like, it is what it is. It'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing right there, to just have that state of peace. So this is why I continue to make them. But like I said, it's not that serious that I want to compromise the integrity of the power of the box to have to make so many, you know, trying to get more and more to sell. You know, just get in where you fit in. For the month of February 1st, we're going to be releasing the March box. Okay. So get in where you fit in. That's all I can tell you. But shout out to y'all. So these are things, you guys, that you can work on to become wealth. This is how it's not about being wealthy. You become wealth. Okay. Anyone can be wealthy for a day or two, but when you become wealth, you are that energy. You are that vibrancy. You are that frequency. So you don't want to just sit up here and be like, oh, I want to be wealthy. No, become wealth, you guys. And you can do that just by focusing on these areas of your life, getting in your lane. We talked about careers that you can be in according to your zodiac. These are things that will be very beneficial for you so that you're not like all over the place, check to check, things of that nature. If you are still like that with incorporating all of these aspects, then, there's something you haven't done. Okay, there's something you really truly haven't done. All right, we're going to look at a little bit of numerology, y'all, before we get on up out of here. Okay, shout out to y'all. Let me see, should I do a collective numerology? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a collective numerology, but if you guys want a personalized numerology, you guys hit me up. Okay, but we'll do a collective numerology, okay? For those of you who are in the chat, shout out to y'all. All right, so we'll do a collective numerology, y'all. Okay. Hey, Anisha. Anisha in the building. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait, they won't. Okay, I forget. All right, hold on. I'm going to look at numerology. Let's go ahead and do it like this. All right, numerology. All right, so we're going to do it for the collective, and then we're going to do one for those of you who want one. Okay. So for the collective, we have 222, but it's in the reverse, okay? Let me, hold on. Got to get my little thing here, y'all. 222 in the reverse, y'all. This is saying your priorities are not in order, okay, y'all? And trust me, this is so my message right now, because my priorities are not like in order the way I would like for them to be. And I know I need to work harder towards putting them in order, okay? But your priorities are not in order, okay? Also, some of you have, when it comes to the wrong career, because we're looking at the second house, some of you are having hard times because you're in the wrong lane. Okay, wherever it is you're working, however it is you make money, it's not in alignment with your frequency. And this is why you're having a hard time. You're experiencing a lot of delays, a lot of setbacks, because you need to step into the right frequency. Okay, let me read the book part though. You're neglecting your spiritual needs as well. Okay, remember I told you this year, we're going to have to focus on both our physical and our spiritual self. Okay, you're going to have to work on your spiritual frequency, and you're going to have to work on your physical frequency. So just like you need to take a physical bath and shower and go in there and all that stuff, you're also going to need to do things to cater towards your spiritual needs as well. Okay, we cannot spiritually starve ourselves, meaning, get yourself in the word, honey. If you got to read the Bible, you got to read you some verses every day. Take in some of that energy. If you got to go out there and connect with nature, you got to go out there and get some sunlight, some natural sunlight, cater about 25 minutes a day towards just sitting in the sun and letting that sun activate you. Okay, go out there and get some nature walks, connect with nature, start eating healthier foods. Okay, start eating foods that has energy, right? We got to stop getting up, going to these fast food restaurants, or we got to stop buying all this food that we're cooking, these GMO foods and things of that nature, putting all of this craziness in your body. We got to get out of that, you guys. Okay, so neglecting your spiritual needs. Okay, refusing to allow your ideas to grow and evolve. So some of us, you stand in your head, you think about it, but you never do it. You think about it and you're great at creating things, but you never manifest it because you stay in your head a lot. Okay, so the need for you to get out of your own way, stop stepping on your own toes, okay? And start creating and then start doing. So a lot of us are creating, we're getting great ideas. You know what, that'll be cute, but we never do it. It never manifests. It never happens. So we got to make sure that we're giving birth, okay, to all of those things that we're creating in our mind. All right. Lack of flexibility. Okay, y'all, listen, when it comes to being flexible, you guys, what I want to say about that is, because y'all know I do a lot of consultations, right? Every day I'm in consultations, and I tell a lot of people, this is what you need to be doing. This is like where you're going to see the most success or receive the most reward or recognition or, happiness. But some people are like, I love my job. They don't love it. They hate their job because they always tell me, I hate my job. Oh God, I got to go to work tomorrow. But they get up every day and they're loyal to something that's not loyal to them. So, you got to go ahead and you got to learn to be flexible, you guys. Y'all know I come from the corporate world. I come from corporate America, but that was something that I had to sacrifice because I just was not content in corporate America. And it wasn't until I created my own lane that I became content and happy. Okay. Now, granted, my priorities did get out of control a little bit by working for myself because I have to learn how to chastise myself. See, I don't have nobody to punish me. I don't have nobody to chastise me. Well, I do actually. I have spirit and the good Lord. Okay. I'm telling you now, they will put a whooping on my arse if I don't get them baths right. I could be in a consultation and let's say my phone, like, I have two phones. So I be talking on one phone and like my other phone, I'll probably get a text message, honey, if I glimpse the child, listen, I better pay full attention. I better give that person 100% of my energy, my time. There's no looking this way or, because sometimes people could talk and you could be like, you would go through scrolling. None of that. Child, listen, I had to learn the hard way, honey, okay? That was a long time ago, all right? All right, so the next card number, you guys, is 5151. This is about you bringing in positivity toward a desired goal, okay? So whenever you think about something, a lot of us probably say, well, what if it don't? Or what if this? Or if it starts with what if, leave it alone. You already know. If it starts with what if, leave it alone. That's the ego trying to distract you, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you are working towards your goals and allow more positive thinking, okay, when it comes towards your goals. Noticing possibilities in unexpected places, okay? If you somewhere and you like, let's say you get off on the wrong exit, right? And you get, oh man, I got off on the wrong, oh man, you're frustrated. No, what did you get off on that exit for? You know what I'm saying? Something happened. What is the message about getting off on the wrong exit? Is spirit trying to let you know that you're moving in the wrong direction or you're going down the wrong path in life in some area of your life when it comes to your career? Are you on the wrong path? Did you make the wrong turn? Did you get off on the wrong exit? Are you going the wrong way? Nothing is coincident. You got to learn how to notice the possibilities in majority of the experiences that you have in life, okay? Big changes and future opportunities should be on the way with this number right here, y'all. Big changes and future opportunities are going to be coming towards you. So you got to make sure that you are ready for them. Okay. Breaking free of limiting beliefs, which we talked about that earlier. Okay. We talked about that earlier. So y'all know y'all got to let those, limiting beliefs, those thought processes, those, ways, your actions, whatever it is that you did in the past. Let it go if it's not supporting you, okay? Or if it's not supporting your goal or if it's not working towards manifesting your goal, okay? All right, so we got Anisha. Anisha wants a numerology number. Let's go ahead and give a number for Anisha. All right, what we got? You got the number 525, Anisha. Okay, this one here is about being accountable, okay? In order for you to reshape and change your life, it's time for you to be accountable. You're going to have to hold yourself accountable for your failures, for your rewards, for whatever it may be, okay? You also need to make proactive choices. You need to make choices that you can do something about, okay? Take action, moving towards those proactive choices and also changes. You need to heal your fear and you need to embrace trust. So you might be connecting with people that you don't really trust. So let's say, for example, if it comes to a business, you may partner with somebody that you really don't trust, okay? Or you may fear that this person will cross you over, or, you don't really trust connecting too much with people because you automatically put a fear that something bad may happen. You just feel like you can't really trust them like that, which that's okay when you don't have a lot of trust, but then you got to look at yourself to say, why am I engaging in partnerships that I can't trust? What does that say about me? That I will put myself in the middle of a partnership with somebody that I don't trust, that I know for a fact will probably, turn on me or do something against me. So you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. When you connect with people that do you over, when you connect with people that, get over on you, whatever it is that they do, you're going to have to be accountable to say, you know what, Anisha, stop doing it. Stop connecting with people that you can't trust. Like you always are getting the shorter end of the stick. Stop connecting with people that you can't trust. That's something that's a part of making proactive changes. Okay. If you feel like you can't trust that person in a situation, then you know what? Stay away from it altogether. you know? So making those type of proactive choices and changes when it comes to your life will be something that will be able to cater towards your financial stability, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, you guys. It is Monday. I'm going to see you. Ooh, am I going to see y'all on Wednesday? Am I going to see y'all on Wednesday? I don't know for sure because I am going to, I'm probably not going to be available for the rest of the week, but I'm definitely going to try to see if I can go live, you guys. Wednesday is our next day. Count on me for Wednesday, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. Count on me. Count on me through thick and thin. A friendship that will never end. I'm going to put up a video, whether I'm going to be live or if I'm just going to record a video and post it to my Patreon folk. Don't forget, check out Patreon for the latest uploads that are over there waiting on y'all if you haven't seen them already. For all of your spiritual needs, you guys, don't forget, go to spiritualkidneys.com. The site will be up. If not January 25th, I'm probably going to do it on February the 1st because I have to get all of these orders out, y'all. Thank you to everybody who purchased all of the monthly boxes for February. They are completely sold out. I'm going to be getting those out to you guys rather soon. If you guys need your consultations, your energy, whatever it is you need to work on, you guys know your girl got you. Don't forget spiritualkidneys.com is where it's at. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then.